Hello, this is QuickSkillz, and today we're playing Pinball FX VR on the MetaQuest 3, and as of right now, we do have 6 new tables to try out, and because I will be previewing all 6, this is going to be a little bit of a longer video, so be sure to go to the description of this video, and I'll have timestamps for every single table that I try out today, so that way you can see them in action before you make a purchase. The other thing I want to mention is that I do have the arcade to TV XR controller at home, and what that does is it simulates the weight and feel of having a pinball table in your living room as you play in VR. Now, it is not required. You can use the MetaQuest remotes when playing, but I will tell you, while costly, this peripheral will 100% enhance your VR gaming experience. And if you have been waiting for this to go on sale, I'm going to flash a code on the screen, and that will save you some money when you purchase Xarcade's VR controller. And go to the description of this video because it will take you directly to their website so you can buy that controller today. Now let's get started with the preview. We do have package number 1 that's going to have Godzilla vs. Kong, Godzilla Pinball, and Kong Pinball. Now, we're going to sample each 3 of these tables, and I want to mention as I walk up to this table that I do have the licensed music turned off, and I do have some of the voiceovers turned down because I kind of find it irritating when they talk over me. But anyways, I'm walking up to the table now, and since I have the Xarcade controller at home, when I hit play, I see this screen here, which you would not see if you do not have the Xarcade controller. And what I do is I'll click this button here, and as I walk up to the table, I drop my MetaQuest remotes into the holes here and tap left and right on the controller. And just like that, I am teleported to the front of my pinball machine. Now, the cool thing is because the MetaQuest controllers are attached to the controller, to the Xarcade controller, I can turn around and walk away from the table to an extent, and you're going to see that the pinball table knows exactly where I'm at. You can see my arms are stretched out because it thinks I'm holding on to those remotes. But as I walk up to the table, it's in the exact place. Like, I don't even need to see the controller in real life. I know exactly where everything is just from the VR view that I have in front of me. And I might mention this more times than not, but the view that you see here on the screen does not do the game justice. There is so much action going on the screen that I can see out of the peripherals of my eyes that I literally have to bend over and lean my body back just to get you the best angle that I find for VR to record the action on the screen. Otherwise, when I play and I'm not recording, I'm upright like this, and I don't like being recording this way because you can't see the flippers down below. Not that well. I have to turn my head down this way, and while you might want to do that, it kind of gets tiring on the neck. So I kind of look with my head upwards like this, and I can just look down with my eyes and from my peripherals really see the whole table. But as I mentioned, leaning my body backwards like this and pointing my head downwards like this is probably the most comfortable position for you to see the whole table. And so we have been playing now Kong Pinball for a couple of minutes. I have 2 balls out. I am not going to be going for some high scores today, and I'm not trying to run the tables because I have 6 tables to try out. So we'll go ahead and launch this ball. I did earn an extra ball at some point, but what I really want you to see is some of the graphics that are going to be included with this table. So we have some very nice visuals, and to really get a look at that, all I'm doing is putting my head down basically on the Xarcade controller, and the MetaQuest is simulating what I should be seeing. So in real life, if you were to see me, I would just look like I'm hunched over staring at the front of some plastic. But I do find that the add-on Kong to the right of the table adds a nice pleasant distraction, and then we have some of these floating stones over here, and the table itself is pretty straightforward and easy to understand. The targets are well lit, and when I have the sound on, it really does feel cinematic. It feels like you're watching a movie with the sounds that are coming through. And the sound effects are great, the lights and the visuals are very easy to understand. So we're going to go ahead and exit this table. To do that in the middle of the game, all I do is pick up my MetaQuest controller, push B on the controller, and exit table. It is that easy to hop between pinball table to pinball table. So now we're going to walk up to Godzilla Pinball. And each time you switch tables, you do have to resync your controllers, but that's fine. And we have Mecha Godzilla to the right, giving out a mighty roar. And this is my first look at this table. I actually played Kong a few times before recording, but this is my first go at Godzilla Pinball. And I think of the two, I think I'm more of a Godzilla fan than a Kong fan. But we're going to give it a go. Just a reminder, I do have the licensed music turned off, and I do have the voiceover sound effects turned off, mainly because I don't like the voices talking over me when I'm recording. So we do have those turned down. Otherwise, the sound effects and the you can hear Godzilla roaring, and I am getting a tiny bit of lag. It might be coming through on the recording. But there was a little bit of stuttering when Godzilla was roaring, particularly, or when I move. I don't know if there's just too much going on the screen. I typically don't encounter this issue. We'll see if it continues with the other tables, but yeah, that poppiness is something that I don't typically see. And one thing we can try to do is turn off Mechagodzilla and see if that helps. But I mean, there are a lot of things going on the screen, and I have recorded quite a few tables. I haven't noticed any kind of stuttering like that before, so I'm hoping maybe there was something going on in the background of my MetaQuest 3 that I'm not aware of, but the majority of that stuttering kind of stopped now that we're in this table for a few minutes, so hopefully that was a one-time thing. But we are now in ball 2. Again, I'm not trying to run up the score. I just want to display all the flashing lights. And aside from a few graphical stuttering, everything seems to be running more smoothly now. Every now and then I kind of see a little bit of a flicker. Nothing that alarms me. It doesn't affect my performance. And it hasn't been while I'm trying to flip the ball. So I'm hoping that was just for this table and maybe not something that is going to be reoccurring either. But yeah, I mean, this one seems pretty straightforward. The ramps are pretty well lit up, and haven't seen what my goal is, but I was trying to get, and to see that right there, all I'm doing is posturing my body to the left a little bit to see how that angle is. And really, that is the thing that's hard to describe about playing VR pinball, is the things that you would be able to do at a real life pinball table, posturing yourself and getting a better look at some angles. Those are things that you cannot do on a PC version of pinball. And I think we're going to leave Godzilla Pinball right here, and we're going to walk over to Godzilla vs. Kong now. So let's exit this table. We're going to go over to Godzilla vs. Kong now. All right, now we are brought in front of this table, and we do have a Godzilla here. And what's cool is if we look back, we can see the two tables that we just hopped from, Kong and Godzilla. And this table looks pretty cool. You can see there's a miniature Godzilla and Kong at the top of the table. We have 3 flippers on here. And of course, I would get to shoot again. When I'm recording, I always feel like I'm the most bumbling pinball player ever. Like right there, ball out. I don't typically have that issue when I'm playing and not recording. But when I'm recording, I let the ball out very quickly. But I do feel that these 3 tables that I've seen here, they lean more towards mechanics that you would not typically see in a traditional pinball table. They have definitely some embellishments that are great when it comes to pinball and just being able to push the boundaries of what a real life pinball table can do. But I do find that especially with the special effects like this planet Earth and the screens in the background. I love the fact that because we're playing in VR, we can have this enhanced pinball mode, which for many might just be a visual distraction, but for me, it really does add a level of entertainment that you don't particularly get when you're playing pinball at an arcade or in real life. Again, I do have my body postured downward, and I have the licensed music turned down and the voiceovers turned down because I want to make sure that I don't get any kind of copyright strike for licensed music. But otherwise, everything seems to be doing really good with this table. I have not noticed any stuttering like we had with the Godzilla table, and it seemed to be a one-time kind of deal with that, so I'm not too concerned even with the Godzilla one. I will comment that maybe it's just the style of table, but this one of the three is probably not as engaging for me, and part of it is probably because I have not spent the time to learn the targets and the goals of the table. But even what's there, the targets that I can see, seems pretty straightforward and not too crazy. And I'm always not a fan of the ramp, like the Apex one over there, where you kind of have to go off the third flipper to hit that one. I always struggle with those. So if that's like one of the main ramps that I need to target all the time, I'm not going to have a lot of fun with this table. So that is Godzilla versus Kong. That is the Godzilla and Kong package. So when you purchase this bundle, you're going to have all three tables here. And what we're going to do now is we're going to walk over to the single pinball table. This is going to be Charlie Brown's Christmas. And what's sad about that is I do have the music turned down, again, for copyright reasons. But with Charlie Brown Christmas, it does have that memorable Christmas music that you're going to have when you play Charlie Brown Christmas, and it plays the whole time. It's not just like a 1 or 2 second things. And we're just appreciating the table art because I love Charlie Brown. We're going to walk up, and I have played a few minutes of this table. So I have not learned everything about it, but this is a table that I had a lot of fun just sampling while I was previewing and testing everything out. And I also have the voiceovers turned down. Charlie Brown and the other children do talk to you as you play. I do have that turned down again, mainly because they do talk over you when I'm recording this. But just know that when this table has the music playing and it has the children talking to you, it is probably, of the 4 tables that I've tried out so far, my favorite. It has a lot of immersion to it. The targets are easy to hit. You got these little snowflakes on the screen telling you to try to catch a snowflake in your mouth. We also have Snoopy's house over here. I let the ball go down so I could show you Snoopy's house. We have Pigpen Snowman to the left. This is definitely a table that I feel like I'm going to spend a lot of time mastering and probably recording some high scores for you on this one. Just a reminder, the sound is turned down and the voices are turned down as well, but this table is a lot of fun. I do like the cell shading that it kind of feels like it's animated like a Peanuts cartoon. Oh, we're going to go out. And you can hear that little riff right there. So normally when you have the copyrighted music off, or you allow it to play copyrighted music, it'll play the whole song the whole time. But we do have this cool snowy effect in the room, and it is such a cool slice of life pinball table, if there were such a thing. You saw there that danger on the screen. I nudged it, and nudging is quite simple. All you have to do is hit the left joystick on the X Arcade controller. But I don't think we've done a lot of appreciating for this table. Again, we have a lot of cell shaded. Oh, we got a game over. Look at that. Snowman melts. I'm surprised that we don't have a Snoopy on the house. Like that would have been cool. Like, we have Godzilla and King Kong, but where's the Snoopy? All right, so we're going to exit Charlie Brown's Christmas. This one here is probably my favorite of the 4 that I've shown you so far, but I am going to show you the last 2, and it's hard for me to say that it's better than those 2 because as a personal person at home who's played pinball in the past, in real life. Oh, here we go. Look, check it out. You can see a VR rendering of the X Arcade controller. This is not an advertisement for it. I'm just showing it off here. It's not been in here before, but it's definitely worth it, in my opinion, to add it on. But what we're going to do is we're going to walk to the back of the arcade, and they added 2 of my most favorite pinball tables, and that's why I'm like, Charlie Brown is great, but these 2 over here are even better for me. Oh, I think I got lost. I think they're over here. And that's one of the things, is that now that there are so many pinball tables added to this arcade, it is hard to find the exact tables that you're looking for. And here it is, Monster Bash. This is like my all-time favorite table in real life. I love this one. And then Creature from the Black Lagoon. And we're going to start with this one. And I think I'm going to turn on music for these because I've recorded these in the past and I haven't had issues with the music. So let's go ahead and turn on some music. All right, so we are playing Creature from the Black Lagoon. I do have the music turned up just a little bit. I don't want it to overpower my voice. But the 3D effect of the bubbles, when you play in real life, it's a cool effect. But in VR, it is trippy. Like, it's messing with my vision in a good way. This is a fun table. Like, there's a lot going on the screen. I will tell you that you have to spend some time to learn all the little things. Oh, that's so cool. With the creature popping out of the lagoon like that. But you have to learn all the little nuances of this table to really understand what's going on. But the ramps up at the top, they change based on that van that's up there. So if I can get a ramp, let's see if I can get it up there, you'll see what I mean with the way that car moves, and it changes the way those ramps work up top. And this is probably one of the first pinball tables I actually remember playing in real life. It was actually at a drive-in theater, and I enjoyed playing it. But this is where the immersion of playing in VR really sells it for me, because this table has a lot of craziness going on. And if I want, so you see that car moved up top? So if we can get a ramp shot up there, yeah, the car moved again. But you can really see what's going on back there by I'm leaning forward. Oh, we got an extra ball lit. Where's the extra ball at? We got to go to the right. It's been a while since I played this table. But I did play it on Pinball FX 3 on my computer. I even think I recorded a video of it on my channel. We got the extra ball. I don't think we're going to play all 4 balls. But, oh, look at that effect right here. And I don't know how that's going to show on the YouTube video, but it is really trippy. I love the fact that I'm just getting a ton of bonus points right now. Look at that jackpot going up. Okay, the ball's finally coming down. Let's see if I can... You know what's funny? I haven't gotten a multi-ball. I haven't been trying to get a multi-ball, but usually I accidentally get a multi-ball by now. Oh! You can tell I'm concentrating when I'm not talking as much. Snack award! Snack attack! Oh, there we go. Alright, I think we're going to leave Creature from the Black Lagoon in 3D here. So we're going to exit. And we're just going to take a look at the artwork. Check that out. And we are going to start the last table. And if you've made it this far or even jumped ahead to just this one, be sure to leave me a comment on which of the 6 that I showed you today are your favorite and which ones that you're thinking about buying. But Monster Bash is my favorite, so I am going to play all 3 balls in case you want to see that in action. And I don't think I've posted a score on this one yet, so let's see how well I do with my first try of Monster Bash in VR. I would love to get the Monster Bash on my first playthrough. And here we have Dracula in VR. I love the aesthetics here. And this was one of the first tables I remember trying to figure out everything that you need to do because I really wanted to get the Monster Bash. But basically, you have the creature from the Black Lagoon, you have Frankenstein's bride, you have Frankenstein's monster, or the bride of Frankenstein, Frankenstein's monster, Wolfman, the mummy, and Dracula, all at the marquee in the middle here. And what you have to do is each of the monsters has basically a goal of hitting their target. And so Frankenstein's monster is pretty simple. You can see him being built in the middle of the table. And all you have to do is just hit his body until it's completed. And then he'll come up and you'll be able to, I think you get a multi-ball. But Dracula, you have to get the Drac attack and he'll be lit up. Bride of Frankenstein is easy. You just have to get up her ramp, I think 4 or 5 times. The creature from the Black Lagoon is the one that always gives me the hardest. It's that one on the far left there. It also has a little bit of a 3D effect in real life or in VR. And so that one always gives me trouble because when I try to go for it, I always hit too far to the left. See right there? Too far to... Oh, there we go. And you just got to fill that meter up and you'll get the creature from the Black Lagoon bonus. And so the longer I play, I'm lighting up those targets. So right there we got a quarter moon. Once we have a full moon, we'll have the Wolfman's bonus. And so now we have a half moon. And you just got to hit the side points of the pinball table. All right, we just lost the ball. So while it doesn't look like we made a lot of progress, we did light up 2 of the creature from the Black Lagoon. We lit up a Frankenstein halfway. We got some progress on our Wolfman. See if we can get it. Okay, we got another 3/4 moon. And once we light up the monster's face, then we know we've completed that one. And once we light up all 6, then we get the Monster Bash. And it would be so great to get the creature feature out of the way first, because that one's the hardest one for me. Let's see here. Oh, we're almost ready for Dracula. And I do have the music up, or allowed to be heard, but it's not that loud. And because this is the only table I really understand, I'm choosing to play this all the way out. And also, I was worried I would run out of battery recording all 6 tables. Oop, had to nudge there. That I didn't want to lose battery in the middle of recording. So I wanted to play the other 5 quickly, show you what those look like, and then get to this one. And see if I can get a Monster Bash on my first try. And you know what's funny is I haven't gotten all the bonuses. You can see I have Wolfman and the Bride lit up. Usually by now I have a Frankenstein's monster lit up. Or even a Drac attack. We got another full moon fever. The mummy I think you get lit with the bumpers. Oh, and you could tell I was trying to go for the creature feature. Let's see. Oh, oh no! I thought that was going to go out. There we go. Creature feature. I think we got it. All right. I think we're almost ready for Frankenstein's monster. Oh, I thought that was going to go out. And so with creature... we have the mummy. So there he pops out. Money Mayhem. And I think all switches are on. We got to get set. Oh, and we have Drac Attack at the same time. So what we have to do is hit Dracula, I think 5 times. Okay, 5 times. And an extra ball is lit. All right. We got a lot of action going on. 2. Is that 2 or 1? Sometimes if you get the multi-ball... Oh, here we go. What do we have? Multi-ball. Extra ball. Okay, I'll take an extra ball. And I played this a lot on Pinball FX 3. Pinball FX 3. I did get the Monster Mash on there. So if you're curious to compare the two, VR versus PC, you can find that video on my channel. I think we got him. Yeah, we defeated him. Easy. So now we just need, I think we need one more creature feature, and Frankenstein's ramp is open. And I think we got the extra ball. Oh, we're still trying to go for the Mummy Mayhem? Wow, I didn't know we were still going for Mummy Mayhem. Alright, luckily we did have an extra ball, so we get to shoot again. Oh, okay, it gave me the alive again. I wasn't paying attention. And I think with Frankenstein, Frankenstein's monster, it will give us a multi-ball, which I usually like getting early because it helps with the other monsters, but we really don't need it this time. There we go. Here we go. I knew we were going to get a multi-ball in this video. So now we just hit them as much as we can. Multi-ball! So with our multi-ball, we just want to hit Frankenstein's monster as much as we can. I think we can still get bonuses on the other monsters. So when you have a multi-ball, you kind of want to go for your harder targets, like a creature feature. Fill up the meter. Of course, oh, there we go. I think it gives us credit for it. It doesn't look like it does. But... we got it out the side. That's unfortunate. Ooh. There we go. That was a fun multi-ball. Now, we just need creature feature, and I told you that was like the hardest one for me to get. Oh no! And of course the ball goes out. So I think if we get creature feature, extra ball at 60,000, we're 10 million or 60 million. We get the creature feature, I think we get an extra ball. Okay. Full moon fever. Oh, come on. Trying so hard to get it. Here we go, here we go. Oh no. We got another mummy bonus. Mummy Mayhem. All switches. You need 7,500,000 to unlock Mummy Mayhem. Yeah, the score is just going. Oh! I thought that was going to go out. Oh, here we go. It gave us creature feature. Alright, cool. So Monster Bash is lit, so we got to hit all the flashing lights to get the monster feature. I think we got extra ball. Cool. Oh, this would be so awesome to get the Monster Bash. We got the Monster Bash. Okay, hold on. I'm going to do this real quick. I'm going to turn on the sound. There we go. Oh, we need the voiceovers too. Let's see. Voiceovers.
India, let's rock!
All monsters, 2 million. And we got a multi-ball. Okay, and I'm missing everything. Oh, there's 4 balls on the screen. Awesome. With 4 balls, I can't even hit Frankenstein or Dracula. Oh, lost 1. Lost 2. Oh, ball's alive still. Dude, this is back when bonuses actually felt like good bonuses. I feel like I played some tables where you lose the ball on a multi-ball and it's gone. We got 2 balls left. As long as we can keep them both up, we can keep this bonus going. Ah. Monster Bash is over. I don't think I did very good, honestly. Let's see how we're doing. 53 million. Okay. Now, at the time of this recording, there has not been a lot of people being able to play this, so I take no pride in my position on the leaderboard. Give it a few weeks and see where my score is, and it won't be anywhere near the top, I guarantee you. But yeah, I beat the table. And I don't think I beat it completely, because you have to get the bonuses for each monster as well. But to get a Monster Bash on my first playthrough, that's not bad. We got the extra ball too. Oh, I knew that one was going to slide out. Alright, I think we still have 1 extra ball. Well, this is QuickSkillz. I think I'm going to end my review of this video here. Give you my final thoughts. So we tried all 6 tables. I think of the 6, my favorite... Ball and chain. Sorry, I got interrupted by the pinball table. Oh, we have the Monster Mosh Pit. This is cool too. I think it's another multi-ball. Oh man, I lost that quick. Oh my god. I'm trying too hard. There we go. There's too much going on the screen. We got 3 balls, great. Sorry, I was giving you my final thoughts, but with multi-ball, it's a little hard to do. So, we're gonna wait for this bonus to finish. Man, it's still giving me the balls. It's great. I love this bonus. Oh my god, there was 4 on the screen. And they're still giving them back. I just need to hit those targets. Oh no. Battery low. $8 million on the monster. Okay, so that was my first playthrough. Oh yeah, so that's what it is. So I still need Bride of Frankenstein and Frankenstein to be completed, and then I'll truly have beaten the table. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it, but if I do, that'd be great. Considering I'm down to my last ball. But what I was going to say is this is my final thoughts of the 6 table update. My favorite 2 are definitely the last 2. I saved them for last. And I have a lot of fun with Monster Bash, obviously, as you can see. But Creature of the Black Lagoon is a close second. Let's put our initials in. Then I would say Charlie Brown's Christmas. And then I'd go with Kong. Not to say that I don't like Godzilla and Kong. Those style of tables are not necessarily my favorite Kong. I think of the 3 are my favorite. Let's get a 90. Let's get a 90. 10. Okay. I think that Kong of the Godzilla versus Kong is my favorite. And look at that. Third on the leaderboard under Jared and this guy right here. But not bad for a first playthrough. I honestly wasn't really trying to go for any kind of high score. And as I mentioned, this has not been open enough for a lot of high scores to be posted. So I take no pride in that, other than I had a lot of fun doing that on my first try. But so if I had to rate the three packages, it's going to be these two tables first, Charlie Brown's Christmas, and then the Kong tables. But as you can see, there's a ton of tables here. I've reviewed just about every single table in here, so look for those videos of mine if you want to see them in action before you make a purchase. My next favorite, even though I didn't do a video on it, Medieval Madness, I actually recorded beating the table and doing all of the objectives on that one. But I love recording those whenever I have the chance or the time to do that. Well, anyways, this is QuickSkillz. I hope you enjoyed the video. Be sure to leave me a comment on your favorite table and let me know if you do end up picking any of these new tables up. Thank you so much for watching. This is QuickSkillz. You have a good day.